All right, everybody. How's it going? Welcome to Wine and Cheese, number 71.
We're touching knees.
Yeah. Oh, is that not? That's not good for you.
Not at all.
All right. Obviously.
Turn into an anteater.
Yeah. So, I think it's pretty obvious that tonight's kind of a strange night.
Turn into a fire ant.
So the Czar has been sitting here for about the past half an hour while we try to get this thing going, changing me into different animals and inanimate objects. You dress strangely tonight. You're hiding your face, which I don't understand. I don't understand what's going on with that.
We spend a long time setting up camera to hide face.
Are we doing you never tell me. Is this going to be the voice that we do the whole time?
Oh, we do the same voice?
So
this is group project?
The title of this week's show is the new setup. Do you like what's going on here?
They may be able to see my crotch.
Mm-hmm. Have you haven't made any comments? You haven't made any comments about your chair yet.
Yes, I do not. Oh, what happened?
You hadn't made any comments about your chair yet. All right, this is not real.
I begin to talk to aliens. Thanks to your chair.
All right. Hold on. Can we please start from the beginning?
Because magic chair. Very much like magic chair and Steve's cloak.
Look, we got
Steve's cloak and magic chair have very good night and Miller beer.
We've got you're acing the hole here again tonight. We have Mayday came to help us out. Situation stuff. Is this how you are when he's around? Is that what it is?
I do not understand.
I think you're trying to big time me when Mayday's here.
No, I just happen to get cloak, and you happen to get chair, and then I sit here. I cannot see.
So
this is not my cloak. That's why it's too big.
You know what I'm realizing?
This is Tidbit's cloak.
Is that I haven't received what I would have expected at this point.
Sorry, it goes through different changes.
What?
When it hits one change, I want to go. Oh.
Okay, well I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna wait until. Are you gonna say thank you?
What? This is my chair?
Are you gonna thank me
for this chair?
Yeah.
Oh, I talked to aliens first time sitting in this chair.
Let's just, for those watching, and there's the billions listening at home. Last week, you have a history of not liking the pink chairs. I don't know how much longer I can continue with this.
I think I fixed.
All right. I was going to go forever, though.
Not maybe.
Are you going to make a comment about the chair? Okay, I'm going to lay it out for everybody.
It's fun chair.
Last week, I had to sell your chair to the nail lady. I think maybe you might have turned the heat on, but I went and got you a new chair. It's a massage, manicure, heated.
With the manicure part. Is it trimming my toes right now?
Yeah, well, this would be a chair that if you were into a salon, you'd sit in it and you'd hit the button and you'd get vibrated, and then they would do your manicure and pedicure.
Lower back kind of feel nice and then just it. I don't know. It's like one giant. Like I'm sitting on my Xbox controller.
So is it better? Are you happier?
It feels strange.
It feels strange.
Yes, I'm going to hit the microphone. We touched knees already. Again, just now. This robe too big.
You did the robe to yourself, bro.
It was Steve's robe, but I think I have to talk to aliens in it first to make sure it works.
I'm starting to wonder whether or not I can ever make you happy.
What's that?
I'm trying to make you happy. No. I just want to make you happy in life, we're friends, and we do a show together. And
Am I
in
staying in this chair?
What's that?
It's distracting though when it goes.
Is it really? Well, I mean,
this motherfucker really starts rocking.
It's
and
a
rolling.
fucking. You want
like
to
I
know
made
what?
a goal in Rocket
You got to
League.
be
I'm
the
like,
only
wow.
motherfucker on the planet that could complain about a chair that massages you and gives you a
doesn't
back.
massage me. It just vibrates. It's a vibrating chair. The motherfucker don't massage me. There ain't no massage going on. It's just
Yes, it does. That's what a massage is. It's electronic pulses of light, like blue blockers. You remember blue blockers?
How do you turn the heat off of it?
Man, this was God. Boy, we knew this was going to be a disaster, and it is, isn't it? Isn't it?
I'm having good time. Turn into a good time for cheese.
Well, you. Oh shit! Did I put the thing on public?
Oh, did you put the thing on?
Hold on.
Fucking, does it have air conditioning?
Hold on.
It's too late now. Hold on. Oh, here it goes.
Oh wait, it's on.
Oh,
No,
God, it's fucking hot.
It's on. I did. I put it on
Oh,
public.
you gotta call Jesus. Tell him fucking heck. I'm gonna call him and send him a goddamn text message.
I will tell you.
I'm fucking dying here. I gotta talk to aliens in fucking Steve's cloak.
It's not that. It's. I mean,
it is.
if you.
Electric chair.
No, it's not.
There with the heat on.
It's not.
Can't get the fucking heat on. Where'd the controls go?
Yeah, you're okay.
I almost feel powerless.
I mean, look, we could.
Oh, I gotta at least get the heat off of it.
Well,
I'm cooking here.
I mean, look, I got you fucking. No. The heat's not on. Well, now you got it on some type of timer or something. Yeah, look, the heat is off. I promise.
Heat is
off.
Oh, no.
So, okay, look, it's everybody calm down. It's, you know what? School's starting. It's like the first day of school in homeroom. Let's everybody calm down. All right? Let's explain because we doing, we doing a show that people would turn off right away because we sound like all the other shows laughing, talking about dicks.
No,
all
who
right?
said dicks?
Well, I said the dick part.
You turn the heat off, but I think you turn the fucking ohm back on.
Okay, I can look. We have options on chairs. I try to. You're very important.
Should I switch? Am I too high, man? How does this even look?
You look fine. You look fine. You look a little taller than me. You're in lifts. Is that a big deal? Do you need to be 2 inches lower? Because if you need to be 2 inches lower, you can move the chair, and I still have the other chair for you. But or can you power through? Can we talk about the fucking chair before you?
All right.
The chair was like
I came back. You turned it off. I'm sorry.
Right.
When the thing goes on, it reminds me of Tibetan mountains.
You've been upset about the pink chair since the first day that I ever had him, and you flipped it over and almost broke it back in the old studio.
Ended up back there because it's what's best for the show.
Yeah. Wait. What's best for the show?
If me sitting in a pink chair is best for the show, I give up my foolish pride and just sit in the fucking pink chair.
Okay, well, I'm sorry. Last week you made a big deal about it, and you were uncomfortable the whole time. So I was thinking, you know what I'm going to do?
It was an uncomfortable setup, wasn't it?
No, not for me.
Did you really buy this chair for me?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, and it's you plug it in, and here's what it's got. It has a heat function, which I think you trigger. It doesn't need to be.
We need to not have that on.
And it's not on. It's not on right now. But what it has is it does vibrations, right? And what you could do is
that off too.
You don't want that on there?
It's just distracting. I mean, it's fucking like sitting on the Xbox.
Well, we could just turn the power's off.
Maybe it's something you got to get. I really can't see anything.
Yeah.
Maybe you have to. Hey,
man, how's it going?
Man?
I mean,
you been there the whole time?
Yeah,
I'm not comfortable, man. Like we started. It was chaotic. We hung this screen back there.
Yeah, you know what?
Like
I don't mind breaking down the fourth wall. So you and I mean, let's be perfectly honest. You are part of a podcast. A show, I would call it, and you have been for many years.
Yeah, I don't like the fucking word podcast. We do two things I don't like, and that's podcast and radio plays. I hate those words.
Yeah, so I'm just saying, you've been a part of a show for a very long time, and the quality of those shows is unrivaled, right? So
in every aspect.
It really is.
All right,
and so when you're being on a show with me, it's hard to be confident and talk trash about other people, and then ours look and sound like shit. So we had Mayday, Mike,
Mayday's remodeling service.
We had Mayday's remodeling service come last week, and he was nice enough to come again this week, and we got a new setup. And I kind of like it. What do you think? You happy with this?
Mike did a wonderful job. Mayday's remodeling service. If you need your audio or video remodeled, Mayday is definitely the man. I think it's cleaner.
Yeah.
It's got bugs to work out, but I think we're closer than where we were.
Well, they should die because of the intense heat.
I don't think you can really. From this chair. This ain't a fucking chair. I'm sitting on a bug light.
Right. So
but I think we're closer. I think it's cleaner, nicer. I think it's set up good.
But you want to know what else I did notice, because I was
But then we're frantic. I'm fucking sweating my ass off like we were working.
It was very frantic, but it wasn't frantic in a bad way. What
Not for you.
Well, no, but I'm just saying the way.
While we were doing all this, you could have fucking texted Jesus and got the goddamn air conditioner fixed.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't slept here in a month. It's just something that I haven't. You know what I mean? I don't know about. See, this is what I'm saying.
No, come on, let's talk.
You're different when Mayday's around, and I don't know if I like
I'm
it.
different because he's sitting where the camera is, so I'm like naturally trying to look at the camera. I'm just going to focus on
maybe
you.
you'll be funny because you're trying to make him laugh.
Fuck Mayday's remodeling service.
No.
I'm here for you.
No. I'm saying I'm not saying it's bad. I just say it's a little different dynamic. I think I'm enjoying it, and y'all came in probably an hour or two before we started, and I gotta say,
it's been 6 hours, Cheese.
I gotta say that
That's
way
Mayday's bit, but go ahead.
the way that y'all go about operating and getting things done is, I love it. It's
Really?
great.
You like that?
Well, there's no bullshit, and it's you walk in and it's time to do the job, and nobody's bitching, and you're just continuing. You're gonna run into problems, and then every time a problem comes, you just fix it and you move on and you create 3 more, and you fix those.
Yeah, I think we goof off.
Yeah,
and then in between goofing off, we stop goofing off for a second to figure out what we're gonna do, and then we kind of see it, and then you could goof off again.
Yeah, so
we're like, geez, 2 seconds, and we ask questions, we make adjustments, and then goof off again.
Yeah, and that's all good. And then, but the last week, I really thought you were not liking the chair, so, and that's why I kept asking.
Liking Steve's cloak, but like a fucking ghost.
I was asking you the whole time we were setting up, because I was asking you what we were going to talk about, because I didn't do any show prep, because I spent this week trying to get you a present that would make you happier, and obviously I have failed again with that.
I'm sorry.
So just because we may never see it again, this is the Electrolux 2000.
I do like it.
Right? I
just think it may be a little bit excessive for the show.
Well, but can we?
Yeah, we can put it in my truck, like now, or
no. I'm just saying. Look, I went to college and got my business degree, and I have a master's. So I'd like to discuss what they call fab in the marketing world. The features, advantages, and benefits. Right? That's how you sell a product. So the features of this chair is that it's leather.
It is a nice chair.
Right? It's leather. It's comfy. It's ergonomic. All right, so it can go up and down, and it can twist, and then it also has electrical capabilities. And if you see here, I'm not going to touch it. I just want everybody to see.
Starting to cool off, man.
It's got a heat function, which we have disabled.
I am losing my clue.
It also has a vibrating and massage function.
No, stop calling massage. I expected it to have like the things coming out and like actually rub the muscle. Like, I don't know, is vibrating helping it?
Why would you expect something that you didn't even know was coming?
Because when I seen it, I'm like, oh man, check that thing out. I wonder if it has the thing. And I was like, whose chair is that?
But
you're like,
did
your
you know,
chair. And I'm like, fucking right. And I sat in and it just like an Xbox control.
Did you know that you can select the massage function?
I know I can select heat.
In zones,
Still sweat.
There's 3 zones. There's zone 1 is the back, zone 3 is the lower body, and zone 2 is the section that you should be shaving on a weekly basis.
I was trying to turn on the top, but then I guess I'm not sitting against it.
And then, well, where do you want it? Where do you want it? Because look,
I woke up the other night with a fucked up neck.
We go to see, and that's why I'm thinking about you, so I can get you up. I can get you up to the high intensity. And I can get you working on the lower zone. Look, I'm hitting you on all 3 zones right now.
I'm not feeling it. It kicks on and off. That's what I noticed.
Well, yeah,
it does
because
make me want to meditate. Though.
It's
I feel
got
like I should be going. Oh,
you know,
have it doing the.
You know the people that make this are the same people that make the sleep number bed.
Asians. It's
Asian.
Right.
It's definitely Chinese. It's
That's why I
definitely
wanna
Chinese
meditate when
that's
I'm
where I
on.
got it from. So I guess the bottom
I
line
don't know.
is
I like it, but it's not my call. Does it look dumb?
well. Does what look dumb?
The chair is it fucking up the shop?
Are you seriously asking if the chair is what looks dumb right now? Is that what you're doing?
It pretty much narrows it down to yeah.
Well, I mean, if it looks dumb, you can get another chair. Go get the pink chair.
I don't know if it looks dumb or not. I can't see it. It's cutting it off, and then I got this fucking Steve's cloak on. I got to break it in. I got to talk to aliens with it. I want to give them a broken cloak.
All right, before we get into what I want to talk about,
so am I keeping the chair now?
What is the?
What you think? What? Get rid of it?
Yeah, I mean it's all right. You can say shit. Mayday.
You just want to sit in it, and we got to unplug it.
Yeah. All right. So I can feel why you're doing that. So
you do that.
Man,
you tell them about our show. It's September 9th.
Everybody, I don't want to talk about that. I'm not talking about that right now. Everybody out there, like this is what it's like to be in an abusive relationship. Because this is what happens is your significant other or your spouse or your partner, what they'll do is you do something for them. They'll ask you to do things for them. Yeah, they'll ask you to do things for them, and then you do it. And what they do is they never say thank you, and they're never happy, and they attack you. And they tell you everything that you did wrong when, it's plugged in. It's plugged in.
I think I unplugged it. Dude, Steve's robe's too big.
I understand. You came in this dumb robe, and I think the robe is what.
Don't talk about Steve's cloak like that. Tidbits is very sensitive. I can't.
So, he comes in here, and I'm happy. I'm like a like a 9-year-old at Christmas. And I'm excited, and I've got the chair ready, and I'm expecting Czar to come in here and go, oh, my God, Cheese, thank you so much for going out of your way, getting rid of the pink chair that I hate, and then you come back and you bring this massaging, heating, ergonomic Chinese chair that is really meant for my comfort and pleasure. And I got none of that. I got shit on. I got talked about. If the glove does not fit, you must acquit. Do you understand what I'm saying?
We talk about OJ?
Well, we will. We will talk about OJ eventually. I'm just trying to get to the point. I'm just trying to get to the point where we can actually have a podcast.
Dude, fucking Steve's cloak is fucking giant.
Yeah.
I hope he appreciates this.
Yeah. If who appreciates what?
Steve. Tidbits.
What, you wearing this cloak?
Oh, God. All right, this one's definitely cooler.
All right. Okay.
Now
what's
too low.
This
not too low.
Here.
Why?
What's the cloak about so we can move on from the cloak? What's the cloak about?
I've been trying to communicate with aliens because when the porthole opens, I want to be ready for a Zombies Eating Sheep show.
Okay.
So everybody's got different outfits that we're using to channel this energy. Dude, it's complicated. And you're not into occultism, so I understand. There's like a lot of shit we're trying to do to get ready. You got to have different symbols. You got to do different ceremonies. You got to learn different, like we got to memorize some fucking words or something. And then we have to have these cloaks.
Could you be more vague? We got to memorize things, and we got to do stuff, and we got to. What are you talking
what
about?
Level do you want to understand?
Last week,
Sheep, September 9th, we're playing with the Void, who represents pure. I mean, it's debauchery. It's everything that's dark and wrong.
It's
with
Cookie
the world.
Monster music.
It's when you gave up. Yes, they don't even worry about singing anymore.
You show up and they scream at you for an hour.
Right, and we're playing with Naughty Palace, who's it's technical. He does a lot with.
Instead of plugging these bands that nobody cares about, can we?
So
what is
Zombies
with the
Eating Sheep?
There we go. Let's get to that.
And Mayday's been working on things, and I've been stealing things from NASA and putting them into the music. And there's a portal opening up because they're gonna have that solar eclipse coming up.
In
August 21st. So then, by then, the porthole's open. You got a certain window. Not sure how long it is, but
The window's about 2.5 minutes long.
no, it's longer than that. We got
No,
time.
I'm telling. I mean, if you're talking
No, it
about the
doesn't.
eclipse lasts
Oh yeah,
about.
no. The eclipse is the beginning. That's when you see the door open. You have so long before it closes for us to go into this porthole, bring back new ideas and new ways of doing things and new levels of consciousness back from another realm
Well, if you're using the cloak
through music and art and symbolism.
and
that's how it
and
works.
the cloaks, that's the
Cloaks are key. Like we have to be cloaked.
If you. So you're saying you're trying to start talking to aliens. What?
Right.
What
I have to let them know. Like, you can't just do this and expect the aliens to show up. Like, you actually have to put shit out there. You got to promote to them.
So
they don't give a fuck about this show. We got to let them know we're doing this show. We're going to try to impress you and show us of our level of dedication and commitment.
So what are the messages that you're sending to them, and what are you expecting to hear back?
I'm telling them, like, hey, man, zombies ain't cheap, man. Fucking Naughty Palace, the Void.
That's what it is?
Yeah, everything dark and evil is the Void. They don't even worry about singing anymore. Naughty Palace, it's one guy and probably computers and things that plug in. And Zombies Eating Sheep is multiple people not doing anything in robes.
Yeah.
And I'm like, man, that's fucking intenseful shit. We're going to open up the portal, I'm pretty sure. I just wiped boogers on
Steve's cloak.
It's only going to make it better.
If you think that's the first time Steve's ever worn some stuff with some boogers on it, you're crazy. Like he's always got some boogers on him.
Infections or something?
I don't know. Can we move on and talk about something else?
Okay.
Because I think there's something very important that we need to talk about. Have you been following the deal about the flood since Saturday? About how New Orleans flooded?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, Ben?
You have to.
Did you watch the
Been politicized.
right? Did you watch when the Sewage and Water Board and the Army Corps of Engineers and everybody went in front of the
City council?
yeah, the city council the other day?
I do act different when he's here because he's fucking with me.
I know.
Keys.
I know.
He's
I mean,
fucking
look.
with me.
I mean,
He's
I'm
been
not
waiting for me to knock that TV over any second.
I mean, I can't say that we did. Man,
And predict
we're
this.
something.
All right, so
We're something.
yeah, it flooded like a motherfucker, right?
Yeah.
And then now there was no pumps
What did you-
broken or not turned on or not functioning properly.
Well,
And then
did you
there was-
watch- did
the
you
number
watch
keeps
the-
changing.
Well, I was gonna say, did you watch the actual video that WWL put out there of all them in front of the city council? 'Cause I got multiple.
I didn't
comments
watch
about
any
that.
videos, but tell me about it. I want to know.
So basically, what happened was, I mean, it
I'm trying, man. I really am.
it was a perfect representation of how politics and things like that are completely fake and for show. Do you think that any other time that the city council would have called an emergency meeting if they didn't know that it was an election year and that they were at fault and they were trying to point the finger? Like, do you realize how that went on?
Yeah. But
Yeah,
is it
so-
a good or bad thing?
Here's what I think. I think at least on my end, for the first time, I realized that the city council for the city of New Orleans is not made up of a bunch of intelligent people.
Oh, really?
They simply are not.
No, those jobs don't pay too good, man. Private sector's way better.
Yeah, but it's not about the pay. I mean, you're a public servant. You're there to do a duty, and the fact that
Oh, so you take shitty pay and a lot of responsibility? People don't even worry about not blowing their fucking trash into the drains.
well, no. Here's what I think. I think New Orleans is a city that has a history of corruption, and when the people that go for the city council spots, they go there for personal gain.
Well,
right?
why would you not? Why do you do anything?
Well, you could be a part of it to like actually help the city, and
There's a couple of people who actually do things for society just out of usually ego. You want to say they're just giving back to the community, but
you need ego for that.
like
somewhere.
Tom Benson.
Yeah.
What's it called? When you become rich enough to where you just start building shit because you can to put your name on it. What's it? They got a name for them. Philanthropist.
Well,
like, they get to
philanthropy is not.
What is it? There's a certain person. I mean, they get rich. They own have so much money now. They just start buying shit for the public so they can put their name on it.
Well, philanthropy is charitable work. That's what philanthropy is.
You get enough money to where you got enough, so now you buy big things, give it to the public, and put your name on it.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is the city council. Are people that came in for personal gain, and then when a shitstorm like this happens, they realize that their job is in jeopardy because ultimately the buck stops with them, and they were going to be part of a firestorm. So what they do is they pull in underlings and people that are easy targets, and they put them on TV and they talk shit about them, and they basically lay the blame on them.
Right.
I really wish you would have watched this, man, because...
What happened? It was funny?
Well, it was mind-blowing is what it was.
Oh, fuck. Glad I didn't watch that. I got aliens to talk to. I'm going to need it.
Well, so what they were going to have the head of the Sewage and Water Board come up and give a resignation, a presentation, and he resigned that day.
Of course. He ain't
right?
dumb.
And then they had the spokesperson who's either the head of the Sewage and Water Board or he's just like a public relations guy. He comes out there and he starts talking, and he's one of these slick white dudes that thinks he's so much smarter than everybody else. And he starts spinning a web, and the fucking city council caught him in multiple lies. And you saw his confidence go from here to here. So they said on Saturday and Sunday that the city pumps were working at full capacity, and that shit was just an out-and-out lie. Did you hear the details about this?
Yeah, why would you not lie about it?
Because I think that it's better to tell the truth and take that beating than it is to lie and be found out and then take that beating.
But look, I'm not taking up anybody. I got no stake in this game at all. All right.
Sure you do.
I don't.
You live in an area that is directly affected by exactly what went on.
I study it and find out the truth and come to a conclusion that I could go outside with a fucking sign and make up a cool chant and fucking go, oh, ain't a fucking damn thing gonna change.
Yeah, but
the government, it's a business, man. They're out there to make money just like everybody else, and then it's a two-party system, so that they just sitting out there trying to do what they have to do. It's kind of like me sitting in the pink chair is best for the show. Certain politicians take the fall because that's what's best for the party, and you know what? Most of the time, they fail their way up. Everybody knows those motherfuckers that can't do a job that's considered lesser, so then they promote the motherfuckers and go, oh, well, you can do this, and it's like, all right, now you got a fucking better, higher paying job just because you couldn't handle the other shit below it. Like, that's the way politics is. Two-party system, man. Sometimes you got to sacrifice a pawn to keep your bishop, and they do it all the time.
But basically what they had was...
It's a fucking lie. It's a sham.
Dude, what they had was they had the Graham from the Sewage and Water Board. He was the sacrificial lamb. I mean, this shit was textbook. Yeah. He was the sacrificial lamb. They put him out front, and you're resigning, you're fired. This is a dude that's got 40 years in the game.
And you know what I'm going to tell you about that guy? I bet you any money if you bring him to a rural area and said, we need you to design a fucking pumping system, we need you to figure out all logistics, oversee it, see that it's done, and we want to be pumping water out of here in 10 years. He couldn't do it.
No.
But if you go,
that's his role. His
role was to show up for a pumping system and shit that other people already installed and did. He just had to maintain it.
Well, no. His role was they brought him in just about a year ago. To come and help put shit into place, right? So that's what I'm saying. He's been here a year and some shit happened, and now he's got to step down. He's taking the fall. That happens
all the time. You get a job to maintain something that's already running. You know it's inadequate. You take the job, you make the money, and then when it fails, you go, all right, I'll see you later.
Man, I really think I know you like to make light of stuff, but I think you're not understanding the severity of what...
New Orleans is below sea level, and they're expecting some state This is the way it works to me. I do understand it. It seems quite simple to me. You tell the companies, the people who actually have the money, you have to pay so we can pump the water out here so that your workforce and your businesses don't get flooded. And it's going to cost you X amount of dollars. They go, okay, we'll see you later. And they fucking leave. And they go to the next Hollywood. They go to the next Texas. They go wherever. They go to Dubai. They go wherever they can get cheap labor and cheap rent, and they run their businesses out of there. And then that's what happens when you tell them you need that money to do that. So you can't do that. So then you tax the people, and then you just tax the fuck out the people until they can't afford it anymore, and they go, fuck these, businesses. Let's put Democrats in office and tax the businesses. What the fucking kidding me?
Hey, well, I'm glad we got to update you. I mean, that was pretty good. Well, yeah, but what I'm saying is,
so
New Orleans
in the
has.
end of it, what do? Who pays for it? Because it's all money. And the reason why you got the people working, this is the reason why you got the people working in the fucking government that you do. One, you get the most uninformed fucking people in the world to decide who's going to be the boss. That's fucking dumb. And then you fucking put people in power and you pay them very little. Like, if you're a very educated person and very good at getting shit done and doing shit, you don't work for the government. You go to the private sector. You make way more fucking money. What are you guys, a bunch of Hare Krishnas who just care about the fucking world? And don't want to live as good as somebody else that's half as smart as they are going to work for the government? No. They go work for the companies who will leave when the fucking taxes get too high to keep the infrastructure for their low tax rates to run their businesses. And what can I do about that? Nothing. Because there's nothing you can do about it. Because it is the system. It doesn't matter. You could try to rebuild it. You could try to break it. You could try to be communist. You could try to be socialist. You could try to be capitalist. It doesn't fucking matter. It's a flawed system. It always will be. It always is. New Orleans below sea level. We're trying to use technology that we get from as cheap as possible to find the cheapest employees that we can put in to fucking maintain it, and we want everything to be okay. Like, that's realistically what it is to me. I don't fucking understand what's so hard to understand about it. You got a bunch of people in private companies that blow all that fucking garbage and fucking plastic cups and Mardi Gras beads and God knows what else, and then you got a bunch of people with private property for their homes, and they're blowing grass and leaves into the street. Where's it going? It all goes in the fucking drain. And then they all get mad, and they don't want to pay for it. And then you got the businesses who are making money off of the motherfuckers with the gas they putting in the lawnmowers, the fucking plastic cups, the fucking all this bullshit garbage that we fucking blow into the street. And you got those motherfuckers saying, well, we don't want to pay for it neither, and if you make us, we'll just leave and go take our business somewhere else. Like, it's a fuck system, man. It's like, why care about it? Why fucking give attention to it? You can look at a flood zone. You pay home insurance. I've learned that now about flood zones and where you pay. If you move into an area that's pretty likely to fucking flood, you're going to be paying out the ass to an insurance company that when you make a fucking claim, they just drop you or raise your rate anyway. So they're not taking any chance. You're the only one taking a chance, and you're the only one that don't have no fucking money. So it's like, why give a fucking, who cares? Like, flood the whole motherfucker. We'll all migrate somewhere else. It's crazy to me that people think that they're so, no, I fucking grew up here, so I don't care what happens with the weather and the climate and everything. I'm never leaving. It's like we used to be a nomadic tribe because it made fucking sense. Sometimes you gotta leave. No other animal just goes, I'm just fucking sitting right here and I'll fucking bitch about it if I don't like the way the weather's changing, or it's fucking too cold here in the winter, or too hot here in the summer, or you know what? The fucking oil companies done drove fucking channels through it, so the salt water mixes with the fresh water, and then the fucking all the plants die, and fucking you lose the roots, and then nothing's holding the soil, and it just deteriorates. Nobody fucking cares that nobody ships anything on a boat anymore. Maybe they do, but they don't do it here. I bet you any money that places that have giant airports with them FedEx and fucking Amazon planes flying shit in, they're probably doing really well.
Maybe you do understand it a little better than
no,
I
don't fucking. I don't know shit, man. I'm in a fucking tidbits' robe, sweating like a motherfucker.
Well, no, because
I gotta do something. What are we gonna do? The middle buttons.
Well, don't let that fuck with you, because to be honest with you, that was actually very well said, and you do understand it a little more, because those were the points that I was gonna make.
Really?
But yes, but the only difference that I have on that is I feel like the people in charge should be honest about that. I think it's tell the public our pumping system is fucked. It works half the time, if at most it works half the time.
If people knew the truth, they'd have a mass exodus.
So you think we should just, well, nobody's leaving now. They saw it the other day in the city council. Like they flat out said, we have pumping stations that were having half of their capability. And not only were they having half of their capability, but anybody who knows anything about anything that's powered by electrical power or generated power, that machines, big machinery like that, will trip out and they will lose prime. And then it takes time to get those things back online. And I think that's happening all the fucking time. So I think you had hours upon hours of time this weekend where nothing was doing shit. And you had people that weren't trained and don't know what they're doing, trying to get shit back online, hitting buttons, and nothing was happening.
No, dude, there's drains that not even when it's raining, like a normal regular day, that are like spewing smoke. And some of them rattle.
Yeah.
Like there's some shit going down.
Well,
like the infrastructure is fucked.
Well,
and I don't know what those are. But
well, do you know what the smoke is about? I want to correct you on that.
The
because
city's on dope.
Well, of course we are. No. You might have seen some videos of where you saw water shooting out, but when you see smoke coming out of the drains, that's because they're fogging the system and looking for breaks.
For that long?
Yeah.
I mean, it's been years.
Well, no. What they do is they fog the system, and it will naturally come out of the places it should, but they're looking for it to come out of places where it shouldn't.
Well,
and
that's how you doing that a while.
That's how you go and locate leaks and breaks and stuff like that.
Cool.
So if it's the same thing you would do with an airtight house, something like that, you pump fog or something into it, and if you see fog coming out of a place that's not supposed to be there, you know, okay, we got a problem here, we got to go in and inspect that. That's what they're doing with that.
So that means there's cracks and holes in the system.
All over the fucking place, dude.
And it's not a good sign when it does rain fairly hard and the drains are going. I mean, that can't be good.
Yeah, I mean, but that's just natural. I mean, you have a 150-year-old infrastructure that it's going to be constantly maintained and constantly repaired. It's broken all over the fucking place. Like our freshwater system, we got fucking 500,000 leaks everywhere all the time, and there's no way to keep up with them.
Yeah, the way, I guess my final way of looking at it and what I've come to terms with, you can have things, but you have to give up other things. And looking at New Orleans in that situation, what does it have left to fucking give up so that it can continue to exist at a certain level? Like, how bad does it have to get before you're like, all right, this ain't fucking worth it? And what are we willing to give up to maintain or to advance? Like, you got to give up something. You can't have everything. It's just the way it is. And there's always going to be crooked people. Everybody is always mad about how crooked the politicians are and the shit they do for money. That's the same shit, if not less, than the private sector. I think the private sector probably suffers way less penalties for doing the same atrocities as the public sector. So it's like you're always going to have those people in positions of power, and those people making decisions and taking the fall. Those are people who take chances, and when you do, you fall. And I don't think anything's different between the government or the private sector. It's just we think we're paying the private sector. Like when Cox goes down, everybody gets fucking mad. That's private sector. You should have been pissed. Energy goes down all the time, and everybody bitches and bitches and bitches. But what do? You continue to pay your bill. You continue to get annual increases in your rates, and you just, what fucking choice you have?
Well, I can tell you what I'm willing to deal with.
You never even hear about somebody getting fired unless they fucking do something like criminal and make it on the news.
Fucking Landrew came on the motherfucking news and fired 3 people live on TV.
Yeah, Cox went down.
He fired them on TV. He didn't even tell them. Like, it was like, you're fired, and you're fired. Like, on fucking live TV.
Who got fired when Cox went down for a day, at least a full day, if not more?
Yeah, but that ain't hurting nobody.
Yeah, it is.
Why?
Because people rely on their Cox phone numbers and internet connections to make money. Like, a lot of businesses didn't make money.
Yeah,
Lawyers'
but
offices.
You want to know what
Dude, do you know when Cox went down, certain hospitals might have lost, like, phone connectivity and taken appointments and shit? Like, yes. But what? Who got fired? Did we headhunt them? And it's like...
Yeah, but you can't expect that to never go down.
But what I'm saying is no different between the government and the private sector. Like, this happens all the time.
I'm willing
but you got to give up something.
I have an actual barometer in my head. To live in this city.
Your hair curls up when the humidity goes.
Right. I'm willing to lose all my shit and lose power for weeks at a time once every 5 years. If it happens more than that, I'm gonna leave.
Oh, well, you better go.
Once every 5 years, I'm willing to lose everything I have and lose power for a month.
Wait, lose everything you have?
Yeah, fuck it. Like everything.
Yeah, I ain't pay shit for the mic cables.
Yeah, right. I bought the cheap ones. Yeah, I think, if you live here, you got to be expected that once every 5 years, what you have is going to flood and be destroyed, and you'll have to get back and do it. I think we're just used to that now.
I do not think many people will agree.
Yeah, maybe not. Well, anyway, I was just wondering if you saw that because it was...
No, I didn't.
That live city council meeting was one of the most mind-blowing things I've ever seen. Like, I couldn't believe how the Sewage and Water Board came in thinking they were slick, and they got so caught in lies. I didn't even know this 11 years ago. They fucking... sent out a report that said they rewired all their generators and shit, and it was a fucking lie. They didn't do it, and they got caught when one of the stations caught on fire. That is that is the truth. And the councilman brought it up this week. They're like, hey, you just lied. Remember when you lied about the wiring and that shit caught on fire? It's like, that's the fucking level we're at here. It's scary. It's scary, dude. Like, to be living amongst people that are running the city that will just straight up be like, fuck these stupid people. Tell them we wired it. Tell them we wired it and fuck it. It's crazy.
I mean, shouldn't somebody have been there to go check?
Yes. Yes.
Like checks and balances.
Someone should have gone, is that new Romex? Nope. Looks like aluminum old ass wire. That shit's going, and nobody did that.
Good try. Do it again.
Yeah. Fuck. Well, that's
pretty crazy.
That's got me all worked up, man. Like,
that's all right. We'll bomb North Korea. You'll feel a lot better in the morning.
Yeah, you're right. I'll forget. Let's
go.
Is that a thing?
They're pushing the propaganda. I've been seeing some Facebook posts. It's working, dude. They're building the fear and the anxiety within people.
Wait. Fill me in on this because I've been focused on the flood. What are you saying? You're saying
Trump told Kim Jong-un or something. One of them. I don't remember.
Dennis Rodman's friend.
Yeah. And Dennis said he was cool, so I got to kind of go on the side of the guy's probably all right.
I'm going to go with Dennis, yeah.
All this shit is...
He was part of the bad boys.
Supposedly Trump's talking tough to him. He told him something like hellfire and brimstone. No, he didn't use a biblical term, I don't think. George Bush kind of did that so well that... Right.
Yeah,
so he told him something like, we're going to fuck the shit out of you, and we ain't even calling you tomorrow to make
pineapple up your ass.
Yeah, he's not saying that.
We're gonna fucking put the rooter to the tutor.
We're gonna bomb every strategic place in North Korea that we can, and then we'll bomb a dam and murder fucking trillions of you motherfuckers.
And you know what's fucked up?
Just like we did last time we were there. And you know what? You won't threaten us or think you're in danger that we have nukes and you don't.
And you know what's
that's what we're gonna do.
They could do it or not do it, and then they could tell you they did it or not did it, and you'd never fucking
know. And then
know.
Nothing you could do.
You'd never know. No. I mean, they could. I know some crazy people that maybe aren't that crazy that think North Korea is fake. That it's I
wouldn't doubt it.
That it's literally just a group of actors that North Korea doesn't even exist.
I think they do it all the time.
Yeah, me too.
Why do they always take these weird dictators and they dress them up like characters? Like if you were writing a movie and you need this evil dictator, you would never think to dress them and make them up to be like these people. But they want to make them. Look, I started thinking of it this way. I'm like
a buffoon.
If North Korea, the people are starving to death, it's a horrible place to live. It's like back into the, they go, man, the technology hasn't reached there. It's a miserable place to live. Well, it's good enough for them to have a nuclear fucking bomb. There's a lot of other places in this world that not even near having a nuclear bomb. And then I started thinking, didn't we just fucking go through this with Iran? Like, I thought Iran was developing nuclear technology.
Iraq.
No, Iran.
Oh, is Iran?
Yeah, they've been hyping that Ahmadinejad.
Oh,
Like,
Jesus.
and these people, and we had to bomb them, and then Venezuela. Ahmadinejad.
Yeah, I'm a fucking whip it.
Yeah. Dude, I don't think none of these people are real. I think this is a big thing. It's another bullshit thing like fucking NASA. Like, we got some missions out there that we need your tax money for.
No,
we got to protect you from this fucking Kim Jong-un with this haircut, and then they make all this propaganda. Dude, they have a propaganda film. They find out it wasn't even from goddamn North Korea. Like, some Australian dude made it.
That's your haircut? Like, that's the haircut he picks.
That's the thing, so he don't look like anybody else that we can identify with, so we're okay with killing him.
Yeah.
Like, they don't make people look like and fucking
have sweet hair like us
and talk the same language. Like, you don't just go artificially bomb some country of people that look like you.
Wine and cheese, best hair on the internet.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
By far.
Because you know we didn't land on the moon.
No, fuck no.
Right?
No.
You know we didn't
that's
land on the
true.
moon.
I've been doing research.
Have you really?
Yeah, in between talking to aliens.
What did you find out about the moon?
I'm saving it for not radio.
Come on, man. Why
Sorry,
do
you
you
gotta
have
listen.
To,
That's
why this show sucks, because you shave everything.
I understand.
You shave everything.
The show sucks because you don't make up content. I just got it from...
You shave everything for Not Real Radio.
Yeah, that's you.
And you don't shave for this show.
No,
you save everything for Not Real Radio.
You're fucking right, I do.
Nah, because y'all wouldn't have talked about this. Y'all
I can't wear the robe on Not Real Radio or cloak.
Well, you can wear it. Nobody would see it.
Right.
But so wait, what have you found out about that we didn't land on the moon?
Oh yeah, Not Real Radio, Sunday night, live 8 p.m. Find out what Czar.
Y'all aren't going to talk about the moon.
We really are. We don't have a guest again, so we're doing that.
So you're going to talk about the moon?
Oh, I've been doing research. In between talking to aliens, I've been doing research on that and trying to open up the porthole and then rearranging this place.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and say it. Anybody can disagree with me. No one has ever been to the moon, and especially we were not on the moon.
I definitely won.
Everything was fucking faked. They did, what did they do? 17 missions in like a 3-year period, and they have no information on it. Oh. They have no logs. We don't have anything. All the pictures were known to be faked. Like, we haven't gone back since then.
Enhanced.
Yeah, right. And we haven't gone back since then.
For what? I see. Oh man, I'll give you
give me a little bit. Give me a tidbit.
There's an engineer being interviewed, and they said, "When are we going back to the moon? And why haven't we?
It should be super easy now.
Been back?" And he said, "Well, we destroyed that technology, and it would cost too much and be too much effort to rebuild it."
What?
Like, what the fuck? I thought we went with the technology of a modern day calculator, which I don't even know if they have those anymore. So it's like, it would be like a flip phone.
Texas Instrument? A flip phone?
A flip phone.
Is that what you got?
It's like
That's
flip flop,
we took.
It's a flip phone.
Let's hop a flip phone to the wind, to the moon. It'll be great.
Oh, I'll bring it back. But anyway.
Well, look, you know what? I guess I'll put it on the list for next week so we can talk about the moon after you.
Yeah, North Korea. They're going to milk this for a while. They're the new bad guy.
You think this is... You think it's real? Like, are we really going to drop a bomb on somebody?
Yeah, we might. Oh, not we.
We'll never
somebody
know about
will pay another low-paid government employee to push a button.
You think man, I don't even know why I wanted to say that just now. You think the Holocaust was real?
The what?
The Holocaust.
I believe the Nazis killed a lot of people, and some of them were Jewish.
Yeah, it's like...
So I do believe, yes, Jewish people were killed, but a lot of people were killed.
It just... Shit like them not going to the moon and the Gulf of Tonkin, like, it makes you think, like, none of it's real. Like,
oh, yeah, no. I mean, the history is completely fucking based on true events. And now, actually, you would think the more people have the ability to write history, that history would kind of change and evolve, and I don't think we'll know for 100 years of what the internet age will do to history. But back in the day, very few people had the ability to mass produce books and write official text. So it was very easy to manipulate history. I think the majority of history that we know is based on true events, but it's leaned one way or another for political reasons.
Dude, every week
gain.
I sit down here and talk to you, I think more and more that we're in a simulation. I really do.
You are, but you're just not in control. You're not in charge.
I think we're all our own app. I'm just an app.
No, unfortunately, you're more like a Bitcoin stuck inside somebody else's app. when you start
I'm
writing,
not that special.
No, when you start writing the apps, the app architects will notify you and offer you to do it for them.
Huh. Have you seen the people
This
versus
talking alien shit's really working, by the way.
well,
Just saying, they've been feeding me all this information ever since I put on Tidbits Cloak.
Can you give us
I'm
any
like
little,
channeling
can you
it.
give
It
us
started
any
with
little,
the chair vibrated. I felt tingling sensation. I instantly went into like a deep meditation. Oh, the beer I drank kicked in. The heat, I reached another level of consciousness.
it's like being on DMT.
It's fucking incredible.
And I would like to say this is our weekly
the
announcement.
porthole, I can almost see the porthole opening right now.
Anybody who has DMT or knows where to get DMT, hit us up on @Wine and Cheese and let us know, because I want to try it live on the show. I don't know where to get it from. Yeah, I've been telling you this. You see, it's the simulation that. Yeah, right. Have you seen the People versus O.J. Simpson?
The TV series?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, see? Pop culture. We were talking last week.
Yeah, we connected.
I watched it.
We're a couple of years late.
I watched it. Wait, well, when did it come out?
I don't know. OJ was like, what, 20 years ago or something? And the series probably was like 5 or 10 years ago.
Dude, seriously. Let's.
You watched it with John Travolta.
Oh, my God. I thought he was great. I thought he was great.
John Travolta?
He didn't dance.
Yeah, he's awesome.
He didn't do any dancing, but I thought he was great as Robert Shapiro.
It's incredible.
Yeah. What type of feelings did the People versus OJ bring you? All right. Well, while I'm waiting for the Czar to get back, on Netflix, it's we're gonna need multiple cameras from now on.
Multiple stretches.
There's a show on Netflix. It's called The People versus O.J. Simpson, I think, something like that. And it basically takes you.
Cuba Gooding Jr., right?
Cuba. Yeah, Cuba Gooding Jr.
Cuba?
I don't know. Cuba Gooding Jr. is.
Is it Cuba or Cuba?
I think it's Cuba. Cuba Gooding Jr. He plays O.J. Simpson, and he doesn't. I think he does a great job. And what it does is it takes you from the beginning. All the way from like before the murders happen and all, and it takes you to the end of the trial, and it is one of the best series I've seen maybe ever. I mean, it had me to the point where I couldn't stop watching it. The only way to stop watching it was to pass out and then try to figure out where I left off and come back the next day.
Yeah, everybody that acted, it's acted incredible. The actors are great. The story, though, man, you don't feel good after it's over.
Well, I think they did a good job of leaving it as open as possible.
Like, ain't nobody even at that dude's birthday party.
Without
a guilty man walked, but a shitty person was allowed to still be shitty outside in society because another group of people are shitty too.
So you think he did it?
Oh, fucking right, he did that.
He did. You know, what about the glove that didn't fit? And what about Furman with the tapes and all? Mayday, right? Mayday, did he do it?
What, wait, now you're glad he's here.
We're gonna need to give Mayday a mic because that's two against one now.
OJ definitely did it, man.
Why do you think he did it?
Because all the evidence was there. He only got off because racism was big right then, and he was black.
That was the main thing.
Yeah, the government didn't want to fucking riot, so he let OJ go because they made it all racist. And you know what? I bet you Mark Furman and a bunch of fucking white cops are racist.
Yeah, but
you know what I bet too? If you go around fucking dealing with the majority of people you're dealing with are black for whatever reason, whether it be poverty or whatever, but maybe you become a little racist too. So I think the whole thing's fucked up. It's another thing where society's fucked up and a bad person got away because other people are bad too.
Do you find?
That's what's fucked.
And look, you don't need to.
Johnny Cocker's a fucking asshole too. He just did it for financial gain. Like he doesn't give a fuck.
And you don't need to be specific or just looking for ballpark numbers. On a daily basis, weekly basis, monthly, yearly, the people that you interact with, and not necessarily your friends and all, but just even strangers that you deal with, do you think that the majority of people are racist?
No, not deep down inside. Like I don't know how to explain it. Yeah, no. I'd say the majority are not. They're not really. 50% say racist shit or would purvey this attitude. But then when you watch them in action, they're not. they're just, I mean, that's something that language or talk, I mean, unfortunately, has been handed down for generations around in the South. And I think it's going away more and more. But yet, it still replicates. And to me, the older the person, the more it's there. But then when you watch them and experience how they treat other people, they're not racist at all.
But is that fear?
No, it's just
Is that fear?
Wait, what?
Is that fear? Is that fear of offending the race that you don't like, or fear of showing your racism?
All right, so when I meet somebody, I naturally go, I don't like them, they're up to no good. Instantly. Black, white, Chinese, Mexican, doesn't matter.
Why do you
judge
do that?
everybody? Because it's easy, honestly. If you go around trusting everybody, you're going to get fucked. If you go around not trusting anybody and just look for a little proof, it usually doesn't take me long. I'm a pretty quick judge of character, and I've been wrong before, but I'm usually a pretty good judge of character. It's beneficial for me to err on the side of caution instead of optimism. But I can understand that people, I've seen a lot of fucking people of other races fucking act a certain way, like they're stereotype, and unfortunately I've seen them fulfill it. Now I've seen a lot of shit fucking
Asian women can't drive.
White people, like, dude, when you watch somebody park, you go, it's got to be a fucking woman driver. And
dude, I do that.
Times, you're right.
I did that today.
And sometimes
there was a stupid motherfucker in front of me, and I was like, I'm speeding around here to prove to myself that you're a woman. And it's sure enough, yeah, you woman. And then I went like, I flipped the bird, but I kept it like low, like this. The way I was just like, it'd make me feel better if I flipped this bird, To me, if you're walking down a busy public street, say a Poydras Street, and there's a black guy in a suit. You run the other way.
You look at the guy and you go, oh, he's black. And you fucking move the other way and you're worried about him. There's something fucking wrong with you. You're racist, and that's based off of ignorance. But if you're walking down a side street because that was the only place to park, and you see a black dude coming at you dressed, maybe dressed down a little bit, you could just tell he idolizes people who fucking portray gangsters or something on television.
Yeah.
Like, we're not dumb here. Like, everybody wants to act like stereotype and such a fucking crazy thing. It's like, no, you dumb fucks. Like, if you dress in a certain way, there is 9 out of 10. Now, you might have a brain misfunction and just think you're a man, but you're really a woman, so you dress like a man. Like, you might have that to where it's like, no, I feel like a man inside, so I'm going to dress like one. But if you see a dude who emulates his outfit based on somebody who commits crimes, like, it's pretty fucking intelligent to at least be cautious. You hear all the liberal people that are not, we're not racist and everybody's the same and we don't judge anybody. Those are the motherfuckers that end up fucking having bad shit happen to them. Like, you go move in a fucking bad neighborhood, surround yourself with people who emulate and look the stereotypical way of being bad people, I guarantee you stay there long enough, the odds of something bad happens to you is greater. It's just the way it is. Like,
do you think, circling back to the OJ thing, later in the series, do you think they portrayed the jury correctly? Because if you take the series' word for it, it was 10-2 when they went for the first vote for not guilty. So saying it was the government and all that shit, that's out the window. It was 10-2 on the first vote they took.
Yeah, and I believe that everybody had a fear. Like, you got to remember, going into the trial, racism was high.
Right.
And that was on everybody's mind.
Yeah.
And everybody came to the conclusion that
I don't want to walk out of here being the guy that said guilty.
Well, they were already racist.
Yeah.
Like, they already thought that everybody who worked for the police department was racist. So
they might have been right. They might have been right.
They might have been. But OJ was guilty.
Interesting.
Like, unfortunately. Like I said before, it's like shitty people. Racist fucking people caused fucking a murderer to get off. They were shitty, and then he was fucking shitty. And it's like,
you know what? I didn't know that you watched the whole thing, so I'm gonna make a little note about that. We're gonna revisit this next week.
Yeah, I give it 6 czars.
6 out of how many?
10. There's 10 possible czars. I give it a 6.
So you in high school you fail. You gave it a 60?
A 6.
Yeah, out of 10.
6 out of 10. You're correct.
Well, that's not. I would say that's not good.
No, it's good. It's
What
better
gets
than
a
5.
What gets a 9?
All right, so think of it this way: as a dial, 5 is 0. So anything under 5,
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, that's like negative numbers. That's bad. 5 is it's acceptable. It's mediocrity. 6, it's one notch above mediocrity. That's pretty good fucking score.
So that's it. I would have given it a 9.
All right. You can make your own fucking rating system. I don't care what you give it. I tell you, I give it a 6.
I'm still working on a rating system.
I give it a 6. I've seen better.
All right. Well,
and
look,
a 10 czars, bro. Like, dude, if you ever see a 10 czar,
okay. How about this?
Oh fuck, your life
I'm gonna
has been
write
altered.
it down next week. We're gonna wrap up here. Going into next week, I want to know what gets 10 czars. Don't tell me right now. I don't want to know.
I'm gonna give it to you. I'm gonna tell you.
Well, no, I don't want to know right now.
All right.
We need a video for the teaser for the next week.
Oh, more work.
All right.
I got aliens to talk to, pal.
All right, everybody. Thank you for hanging out with us. Thank you to Mayday again for hopefully making us look and sound amazing. I know we have the best hair on the internet. Now we have the best hair on and off the internet with Mayday in here.
Tidbits, I hope you like your cloak.
Yeah, hell yeah. This has been Wine and Cheese. We'll be, Not Real Radio this weekend, 8 o'clock. Any guests?
No, Czar exposes NASA.
Okay, Czar's going to expose NASA
Allie's
this
got
week.
an investigation. What Mayday's got to say. A little local entertainment news.
All right, Sunday, 8 o'clock, Not Real Radio. This has been Wine and Cheese. We'll talk to y'all then. Yeah.
Oh, that was awesome. Oh, yeah.